All right, the committee that Randy referred to was formed in June at the request of the Commission to help the Commission through the process of writing the requests for proposal, then reviewing the proposals that were received, and the committee will, I think, continue perhaps in some form through the interview process and so forth. Anyway, the committee consists of two commissioners, Dan Love and Randy Randall. Also, Frank Turner, who most of you know, former president of C&TSRR and still a member of their board. Tim Tennant, executive director of the Friends and member of the C&TSRR board. And I'm also a member of the committee, but not affiliated with any particular organization.
And Leo.
Sorry, and Leo. Who you all know. We were fortunate to receive 6 proposals, and I'll briefly describe each one. And this is in no particular order. We got a proposal from Railmark Holdings, and they are based in Michigan and also have several regional offices around the United States. They have been involved in short line freight operations, track construction and maintenance, which they do on a contract basis, rail car maintenance and refurbishment, also tourist passenger operations, principally dinner trains. They were handling, in the dinner train operations, about 35,000 passengers annually, but those operations have been in hiatus for the last couple of years. So that's the first one. Then Canyon City and Royal Gorge Railroad, LLC. They are the operators of the Royal Gorge Railroad in Canyon City, and they have done that since 1999. Formerly, they were also operators of the Georgetown Loop Railroad, narrow gauge steam and diesel that many of you are familiar with. And they operated that railroad from 1973 until 2004. Their current operation, the Royal Gorge route, they handle approximately 100,000 passengers annually. They own a substantial amount of standard gauge equipment which they use on the Royal Gorge route. They also have some narrow gauge locomotives and cars, locomotives both steam and diesel, that they formerly used on the Georgetown Loop Railroad. We received a proposal from Freeland Travel Incorporated, sole owner George Freeland of this town. Also operates other businesses, including seagoing casino operation with a customer base of approximately 150,000 people. They have proposed a core management group that includes individuals with direct experience in cumbersome Toltec Railroad operations. We received a proposal from Brad Wuchzik, an individual living in Ohio who has experience in short line railroad operations, including steam and passenger, and is currently manager of technical and sales for a biodiesel fuel operation in Ohio. We received a proposal from American Heritage Railways. They are the operator of the Durango and Silverton narrow gauge, and I'm sure you're all familiar with that operation. They also operate the Great Smoky Mountains Railroad in North Carolina, the Texas State Railroad, which is both steam and diesel, and they also operate a subsidiary company, Rail Events Incorporated, which licenses and operates special events associated with tourist railroads, such as Thomas the Tank Engine, Polar Express, and so forth. Their tourist railroad operations last year carried approximately 400,000 passengers. Their special events subsidiary handled an additional 400,000 passengers. And we also received a proposal from Iowa Pacific Holdings, LLC. They own and operate short lines, specializing in freight and in some cases tourist railroad operations in both the United States and overseas. Several of the railroads, as I mentioned, have tourist passenger rail operations associated with them. Last year they carried approximately 130,000 passengers on these tourist operations. The closest railroad that they own and operate, or lease and operate, is the San Luis and Rio Grande, based in Alamosa, and connecting with the Cruise and Toltec in Antonito. And there they use both steam and diesel. Those are the 6. Our committee met on Friday to review these proposals, which had been received a week earlier, so we had a chance to review them. After discussion, the committee decided on the following as a short list. And the short list are the companies that we will initially approach for an interview, and then depending on the outcome of the interview, proceed to contract negotiations. The 2 companies on the short list are Canyon City and Royal Gorge Railroad, LLC, and American Heritage Railways.